and this is it all together. Hi guys, I'm SKETI, welcome back to a new tutorial. This time we're going to look how to make a super fat DNB bass. So that's a sine wave with a massive distorted top end. Let's get to it. Right, so I've just built up a MIDI region here, and I'm just going to show this now because it's going to become relevant when we get further on. I've just done a pitch bend right at the end of the bar. So this bass we've got here is an operator, and the chord set down to 0.5, so the lowest octave. Level set the same, it's just a sine wave. The only thing that I've changed in this one is I've turned the pitch envelope to 100%, 40 milliseconds of decay at the beginning with a peak of 15 semitones, so it just has that attack right at the beginning. So that's literally that sine wave, so we'll listen to that now. Obviously on a small speaker you won't be able to hear that. Then what I did is I grouped that and duplicated it down into another one, which I'm going to come to in a second. So all of the settings in that are absolutely the same, and then I turned a glue compressor on this one just to add in sort of squeeze it a little bit more with the soft clip turned on at the end, 7.94 decibels of makeup gain, just to boost some more harmonics in the top end. Listen to that now. So it just makes it a little bit louder, but with a sort of a little bit more compressed version of a sine wave. So the next one that I did, which I'll turn this one off now, is exactly the same. There is some automation on this, which I'll get to in a bit. Exactly the same. The only thing I've done is turned on the soft clip and set 12 decibels of drive. I've also set the spread to 12% because the more this distorts, I wanted to have a little bit more stereo width. And the only other thing that's different is when we go here, this has got plus and minus 5 semitones of pitch bend, whereas the other one only has 2 semitones, which with that pitch bend it caused some like weird frequency and pitch modulation between the two of them. On this one I then added a lot of effects to get that distortion, because at the moment it just still sounds like a sine wave. So first thing I did was add erosion with the white noise setting, and it's basically putting white noise in the top end, missing out the bottom end. Listen to that now. Again, you can copy all of these settings. Glue compressor here, absolute max on the makeup gain, so 20 decibels. Obviously with the soft clip turned on as well. So then, yeah, that's really starting to bring up that distortion. An EQ8, high pass filter 367 Hertz, a peak at 474 Hertz, another peak at about 3 kilohertz, and then a low pass filter 18 kilohertz. With both of them, well actually the last one is ×4 polarity on the low pass filter with just a normal setting for the high pass filter. And that's what this sounds like now. Just to get rid of that bottom end, so when I add more distortion we're not still distorting the bottom end, we're now focusing just on the top end. Now the amp I've just kept as same settings as you would normally load it up with the blues setting, and just changed the dry wet to 27%. And again, it's always a good idea to add small amounts of different types of distortion instead of absolutely massive amounts, unless you're going for a specific effect like that glue compressor there. I specifically was going for that effect. Now the saturator, soft clip turned on, 15.1% on the dry wet. I've hit a sinoid fold, I always struggle to say that one, and 16.6 decibels of drive. And then a multi-band compressor with the OTT setting, very, very low threshold on the low frequencies, which I set to 366 Hertz. So it's not really doing much to the low end at all, it's mainly focusing on this top end here. And then I set the amount to 37%. Again, that's just to sort of refine the distortion a little bit more. And then an EQ8 lastly as well. So high pass filter at 215 Hertz, another peak at about 3 kilohertz, so 2.9 kilohertz there. And then to finish off, before it goes out of this group, is a glue compressor with 2.54 decibels of makeup gain. Cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go back to the beginning of this chain and turn both of them on so we can listen to them both. Fantastic. So outside of the group, just to sort of round all of this off, saturator set to analog clip, 100% dry wet with soft clip on and only about 4 decibels of drive. Fantastic. EQ8, I've set a high pass filter at 30 Hertz just to get rid of any bottom end that's just not necessary. A bit of a peak at 167 Hertz just to bring out some low mid harmonics. Another peak at 3 kilohertz. A little bit of a dip, a notch at 11.9 kilohertz just to get rid of the top end did get a little bit too strong, and then another low pass filter at 17.4 kilohertz, and then just to finish off a glue compressor just to stop it from clipping. So this is what it sounds like all together. So yeah, that pitch bend there, you can hear the modulation that's caused. Cool, and then back to that automation that I was talking about, which if I just open up here, so that's for the operator, and it's set to, where is it? Oh, there it was. Where's the little orange dot? There we go. And that's set to oscillator B output level on the second operator, because obviously the way this is set up, it's in series, so this is going into this oscillator A on the second oscillator. And if we listen to that now, just add some more modulation. And it's always good just to hear the whole thing against the beat, like so. I've set up a sidechain compressor as well, and this is it all together. So yeah, a real quick tutorial there on how to make a super distorted sine wave bass with lots of white noise distortion on the top end. Hope you like this. Please leave a comment with any suggestions or questions you had about this. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you see these tutorials more in the future as well. Anyway, see you next time guys. Bye.
Everybody jump up, come on! Everybody jump up!